did it? Because now I'm not so sure. And if he didn't, are we back to Wyatt now? Ow! What the fuck was that?
How dare you ruin this for me? How dare you? You are so selfish. I killed a man. Okay? I fucking killed a man. I deserve a podcast.
Oh my Lord, oh Lord, what episode are we on here?
We are on episode 0388, and we're still climbing up the rafters here. We're climbing up the charts.
Oh, really?
We're
cool. I've seen no evidence of that, but cool.
we're trending with the peeps.
Sure. Okay.
And we are zooming the twits. I'm making up buzzwords at this point.
Yeah, I think you are, yeah.
And how well is it going?
You're trending on Twitter like the Pope followed you. No, wait, no, it's not the real Pope.
That's a different Pope right there. That's Pope on a rope. Nope, we can't do that there.
Oh, Cousin Greg.
Yes.
Anyway, TV10 podcast. This week we are drinking from our fine sponsor, Porter's Whiskeys.
Well, correction, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Correction. We are... that would be you, Bill Frost, and myself, Tommy Milagro. Mm-hmm. We are having Porter's Craft Cocktail right here, sir.
In a can.
Yeah. This one is the Huckleberry Lemonade provided to us by Ogden's Own Distillery here.
It's very summery.
Oh.
Which is perfect for November.
Yes. Thank you. I was just about to say, someone was making the comment to me, isn't it great that it's sunny in November? No, it is not.
Not supposed to be that way.
No, it is not. Not at all. But, of course, why should we acknowledge climate change this late in the game?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the fun part here. Made with Porter's Huckleberry Lemonade here. The lemonade is made with grain-neutral spirits, Canadian whiskey, and carbonation. So... everything a growing boy needs.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And that takes care of our sponsor there. And
I was in Ogden just today and yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I was up weekending in Ogden, as the hoi polloi do.
First of all, no one weekends in Ogden. I should know. My family lives
anyway,
there.
I was up there, so I was busy yesterday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was like, okay, well, I got the day. I want to go check out Ogden's Own new distillery. Mm-hmm. They're closed on Sunday.
Oh,
damn it!
The one time we could be given the keys, closed.
So the next time I'm up in the O Town, which will be next month for some rock and roll business.
Oh.
I will make it a point to get there a little earlier on Saturday and go see the new place.
Okay. I'm sure our fine sponsors at Ogden's Own will give us the VIP tour.
I'm sure I'd walk in there and go, "Don't you know who I am?" And they'd be like, "Who? What?"
Actually, it'll be...
We throw money at what?
And then they'll be able to put the names to our faces and go, Oh,
these
you
fuckers.
Guys.
These fuckers.
You.
Okay, fine.
You assholes. All right.
Yes. And did we have something, a million little things about a million little things? Is that still happening?
Speaking of assholes, no. No, all kidding aside. No, it comes to us from our good friend Ted Hansen, who reached out to us once again through our Facebook page.
Did he providing some context to his previous comments?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good one.
All right.
So buckle in, folks. A Million Little Things refers to Dr. Seuss as notoriously racist.
Okay.
Plus,
notoriously racist?
Notoriously.
Okay, sure.
Plus, it has a bunch of adult characters who are constantly up on all their kids' business. Creepy. Plus, it has this one guy now in a wheelchair because he got hit by a car driven by a lady who was fleeing her abusive husband.
So who to side with here?
He's battling addiction. He is estranged from his wife and son, and people are constantly asking him, "Hey, weren't you in that band that opened for Nirvana?"
What? Wow, okay.
We're missing something here.
I guess. I guess we're missing something. Yeah.
It goes out of its way to check every woke PC box possible. For instance, its cast is as ethnically diverse as a Subaru commercial.
Okay.
Or, Marvel's The Eternals.
Or Supergirl.
Yeah. Might just be the greatest war show ever.
So this is a full-on hate watch at this point.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Let's clarify. This isn't hate watch, white supremacist hate watch. This is just only because of what he just wrote here. We need to clarify with Ted here. It's not national white nationalism hate watching. This is just regular old hate watching.
Sure, I got lost somewhere in there, but let's go with that disclaimer there.
Yes.
And in my travels back and forth up to the Great White North there in the O-Town, I checked out. I finally got around. I've been saying I've been doing this forever, going to do this forever, and I finally did it. Melissa Merlot's Reality podcast.
Oh,
it was easy to get through because there's only 5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's all that's dropped at this point.
Yeah, they're pretty sporadic distribution. Every couple months, a new one drops.
Wait a minute. Are we endorsing another podcast?
I'm just saying it's out there, and it's a pretty interesting listen. And if you want to, there's a drinking game you can engage in on the most recent episode, which was about the Black Mirror premiere episode all those years ago, like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
The pig fucker episode.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that was the first Black Mirror episode. Ballsy move going with that one. No
all right.
Phrasing. And and so on the podcast, I can't remember who her guest was, but if you cannot count up the number of times pig fucker or pig fucking is mentioned in the podcast, and you're doing shots,
oh God,
just lie down and let Satan take you.
Yeah, that. Oh yeah, God, I couldn't even do that at this point. Nor would we ever endorse that, even though we're just performance artists. Your Honor.
Not that we endorse other podcasts, because there are no other podcasts.
No.
But if you find yourself in need of something to listen to, Melissa Merlot's Reality, pretty interesting podcast.
Okay.
And it's easy to keep up on the episodes because
well,
she's not insanely prolific like
prolific?
we are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Meaning we put out far too much content, where she probably puts out just the amount of right content.
And so winning quality versus quantity is
we're all about quantity.
I know we're all about
we don't
quantity.
really give a fuck about quality. And got a whole bunch of new stuff coming this week.
All right, let's hear it, sir.
On Tuesday, Michael Che, Shame the Devil. This is a stand-up special, but it's he's mostly sitting on a stool, so I don't know if you can call it a stand-up special.
Close enough.
A sit-down special?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's taken on, who's he taking on?
Woke Nation.
American patriotism, black leadership, loose bears. Ooh. And, and there's also some, it's not quite, probably not going to cause Dave Chappelle levels of outrage, but he did say he did wait to release this special until Netflix employees have used up all of their walkout days.
Ah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nicely done. On Wednesday, also on the Netflix, oh my God, it's Tiger King 2.
Oh, for fuck's
There's more.
No.
Carol Baskin is reluctantly in this. Actually, no, she's barely legally in this. Basically, this is a lot of leftover footage and some new stuff. And Carol Baskin is suing Netflix and the producers, like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Meanwhile, they're like, well, you signed this thing here, and we've got all this footage, so
okay,
yeah.
So
that goddamn Carol Baskin.
So basically, since this is all leftovers and
it's some leftovers and a lot of new footage as well, and I don't think we still have any conclusions, nor will we ever probably.
So what we're saying is this is basically, this feels like a Guns N' Roses thing where they just, you know what I'm talking about? It's like they released their one great album and then they just sort of...
They got some leftovers.
They phoned it in with...
This is the spaghetti incident, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. This feels like it. I'm feeling the ragu crawl up in this bitch.
All right. Also on Wednesday on Hulu.
Okay.
A new Marvel series.
Oh.
But it's animated.
I know which one.
It's Marvel's Hit Monkey.
Yay.
Basically, a Japanese snow monkey is out for revenge against the Tokyo Yakuza for killing his family.
Well-
don't know why the Yakuza would kill a family of snow monkeys, but
Do they need a reason?
I guess not. No,
Okay.
but he hit monkey, who is the guy Fred Tatasciore, who basically it's mostly a lot of screeches and grunts, not really any dialogue from Hit Monkey.
Do you need any?
No, because he's being mentored by the ghost of an American hitman, voiced by Jason Sudeikis.
See? We're Ted.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
Team Sudeikis here.
Right on, and also George Takei and Olivia Munn also provide voices for this show.
Yay.
So that's
Keep talking.
So this is another one of those weirdo offshoots that is a little bit much for Disney Plus. So therefore, we'll put that on Hulu. Like, remember MODOK from a few months ago?
Oh, yeah. I actually saw the first episode, and I just went, wow, this is super dark.
This is super weird and dark, yeah.
And it's really right up Patton Oswalt's alley. So.
Yeah. On Thursday, speaking of super weird and dark, HBO and HBO Max, this music documentary series, a few months ago, they did Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
You should watch that. It's really good. This time it's all about the rise of Alanis Morissette.
Oh, okay.
Taking it all the way back to 1995.
All right.
That album sold 33 million copies. Jagged Little Pill.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all part of the Canadian invasion front.
Yeah. So she was like a kid star, like the Canadian version of Nickelodeon or something.
Yeah, you can't do that on television.
Yeah.
So I kind of remember a little bit, but I was trying to search my memory. When did Alanis appear on You Can't Do That on Television?
I don't know, but in 1995, she was just barely 21
Oh, shit,
when
that's
that album
right.
hit. Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's my next question. Is this directed by Kevin Smith?
No,
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
it kind of feels like that would be something he would do.
this is not Yoga Hosers.
Okay. Not yet. Let's not put it out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, also on Thursday on Paramount Plus, which is still a thing. Season 4, Star Trek Discovery.
Okay. And
It's
how
one-
much should I care?
I don't know. It's one of the Star Treks that I don't really follow, so I don't know what's going on.
I just remember watching season 2 where they went into the future, and that's where I left off.
Okay. All right.
I'm just waiting for Picard to drop, then I'll just,
I love Picard. That's one of my favorites.
and that's why I'm saying, no, I'm going to wait to drop it once that hits. Until then, fuck you, Paramount.
Yeah. Also on Thursday on HBO Max, a new series from Mindy Kaling and Justin Noble, who they co-created Never Have I Ever for Netflix. Very, very fucking funny show.
Okay.
And also he was a writer on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is a new series called The Sex Lives of College Girls.
Okay. I'm down for this.
And basically four young women are thrown together in a college dorm situation. And just the title is what grabs your attention, but there's more wacky comedy than actual sex in this thing.
So it's lying to us.
No, there is some sex, but it's more wacky comedy.
Feels like lying.
It's not Cinemax, okay?
That's the problem.
If this were on Cinemax, it'd be a completely different show.
Well, Mindy Kaling's got time to rewrite and reshoot.
She can do that, yeah. Also, Psych. They made yet another Psych movie.
Okay.
Starring James Roday Rodriguez from A Million Little Things.
That would be Ted Hanson's favorite show.
Yeah, yeah. This is, Psych was a comedy that ran from 2006 to 2014, and they've done a couple of movies since then. This is the third one. It's called Psych 3, This Is Gus, which I'm guessing is a Million Little Things swipe at This Is Us.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're waiting for that movie to drop from the Community. So
Oh, yeah. 6 seasons of the movie.
come on, Dan Harmon, get the fuck on the horse. What's going on, man?
Here's the big one that's got all the nerds. Well, 2 of them back to back that got all the nerds of Twitter.
Okay.
First of one on Friday on Prime Video, The Wheel of Time.
The Wheel
This,
of Time.
this is Prime Video's other mega budget sci-fi fantasy thing after The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is based on a book series that I've never read, and it's about a bunch of women, a select organization of women who control the magic in the world. Mm-hmm. And also Rosamund Pike is in here. She's embarking on a journey around the world with 5 young people, one of which has the power to save or destroy the world.
Okay.
So some heavy shit.
Well, it's all based off of books.
A whole book, 14 plus books.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they've already started filming season 2, so.
Now, let's point this out for all the Game of Thrones nerds. The person that wrote the books, what was the author's name?
I didn't get his name here.
Okay. Well, either way, whoever it was that wrote it knew when to finish the fucking books before filming.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how the fuck hard is this, George?
Yeah, there are 14 in the Wheel of Time novel series. There are 14 books and a prequel.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So this guy, he was prolific.
He put forth quantity.
Oh, yeah. Also, dropping on Friday on the Netflix, Cowboy Bebop, the live-action version.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this.
I've only seen the trailers, and it looks like a lot of fun.
I know it's John Cho as Spike.
Yep, John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda.
No, Mustafa Shakir. Where have I seen him in?
I don't know.
I don't either.
But yeah, this is they're basically space bounty hunters.
Oh yeah. Oh, and for the nerds that are just freaking out saying this is going to ruin the anime. No, it doesn't.
It's still there.
Just relax.
You can still watch the old anime.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. I know. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, so all 10 episodes drop on Friday on the Netflix. And on Hulu, season 2 of The Great. You ever watch this? This is Elle Fanning as Catherine the Great.
Oh, yeah. And when does the horse come into play?
18th century. I don't know. This is only season 2. We might not get to it. But it's one of these kind of... it's not really historically accurate. It's more of a modernized update. It's just... more of a wacky comedy, kind of like Dickinson on Apple TV Plus, the story of Emily Dickinson.
Yeah, but what I've understood of The Great is that it really plays around with the facts and the fact that they're trying to murder each other. So yeah, wacky comedy.
Wacky comedy ensues. Yeah. Saturday Night Live, hosted by Simi Liu. Simi Liu. I'm sure I'm getting the name pronunciation wrong. He is Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the guy.
Oh, him. All right. And we just had Jonathan Majors, another Marvel guy.
Yeah.
But, or as he put it, he's not in Black Panther. And he's right, which would be awkward, I guess, at this point.
Like, how is that possible? Musical guest Sawiti?
Oh, Sawiti. Okay.
You're all about Sawiti's music, right?
Of course, because, she's not going to write any songs about me. I see you, Taylor Swift. I see you. I see your T-Swizzles out there.
And last week we talked about the premiere of, last couple weeks we talked about the premiere of Yellowstone.
Okay.
And any guess on how many people watched the 2-hour Season 4 premiere of Yellowstone, the biggest show on cable?
First of all, I know it's going to be bigger than our audience. That's self-explanatory.
Just a bit.
Okay.
Just a wee bit.
How wee bit?
8 million people.
Only?
Yeah, well, that's almost NFL numbers anymore.
Whoa, fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot of goddamn people. And
Jesus Christ.
That's with no streaming component whatsoever.
Wow.
But,
okay. Now, I'm trying to remember, because this is kind of like Sons of Anarchy was the biggest thing, and how many people did that draw? That was...
right around there, I think.
Was it around that number? Okay.
At its peak, yes.
Wow.
But, so I've also read a few things about people are so fucking confused, like, well, why can't I stream the new season or previous seasons on Paramount Plus? This airs on the Paramount Network. Mm-hmm. You would think Paramount would have... been smart about that and retained the rights.
See, this is the way I'm looking at this at this point. They're actually doing a smart thing.
Well, there is a reason.
What's the actual reason?
The actual reason is that Viacom, CBS, and Paramount, they went for a quick buck and sold the rights to Peacock. And so instead of playing the long game, they just cashed out really quickly. And now you can only watch the previous 3 seasons on Peacock, and only if you have cable or satellite or any kind of live TV. That's the only way you can watch the current season of Yellowstone.
In short, that's what happens when you flock to the cock.
Yeah. One of the few things Peacock has done right.
Wow. Yeah. That's saying a lot. Mm-hmm. And we're not even touching the WWE stuff.
No.
Literally.
No.
Ugh. But, wow.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
what do you got there?
Oh, is it that time to hit the music?
It's sports at Tommy Milagro. Go team!
From the sports desk of the TV Tam podcast, we sickly bring to you only the sport of professional wrestling. There's something going on with that intro music. Should I be worried about that at this point?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But over on Saturday, there was a pay-per-view that was happening at everybody's favorite now, All Elite Wrestling, Full Gear, and quite a big show that was. That's starting to become their version of WrestleMania almost. Not quite as like big and grandiose, but it's starting to approach those numbers right there. The biggest news to come out of there was in the main event, Kenny Omega faced off against Adam Page for the AEW Heavyweight Championship, and the Hangman, Adam Page, won decisively over Kenny Omega. And this is like a story 2 years in the making, because he first challenged for to be crowned the first ever AEW champ and lost to Chris Jericho, and now 2 years later he's made good on that promise. So, if you followed AEW from the very inception, this is some good storytelling from the long haul right there.
I saw some Instagram action with Chris Jericho hanging out with Baron Van Raschke.
Oh yeah. What did you think about that?
Well, just a couple pictures, and he had a little story about how he met him when he was 18.
Yeah. Yeah, up in Winnipeg, right around there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And speaking of other AEW news, other matches where Eddie Kingston and CM Punk had just a drawn out beatdown matchup, and it was quite the blowout right there. In fact, it's as you go to slamwrestling.net. I'm not telling Mr. Frost to drink right now, but at slamwrestling.net in our news and rumors section, it appears that Eddie Kingston, as well as Malachi Black, also in action at Full Gear, were both injured last night. Kingston hurt his shoulder, but it's not clear what happened to Black on the extent of both of their injuries at this time. And also, here's the other interesting thing, is that it was recently announced that Jay Lethal, formerly of Red Badge of Courage Wrestling, came to All Elite, and now he is officially with AEW. So, yeah, that whole, reimagining Red Badge of Courage in the first quarter, I'm curious what that image is going to look like without Jay Lethal going forward there. But also, and he also confirmed he won't be part of Ring of Honor's Final Battle show. That's going to be a little awkward, I gotta say. And the only other big thing, kind of going back to WWE for a minute here, just two things I'm going to share. So Mustafa Ali has been part of AEW since their cruiserweight competition, and has really been a part of either 205 Live or various other components here. He shared what could have been gimmick on Twitter. Basically, he comes out in a suit and he wants to share his vision of America. Now he's Middle Eastern or an Arab, as they say somewhere in O-Town. Okay. And he was trying to sell his vision of America, America, where everyone looks like him, and rather than, he has to be looked down upon, essentially. But no, they didn't pull the trigger at WWE for whatever reason. Oh. Yeah, but, and finally this, as we kind of mentioned before, WWE had their version of The Purge, or, their recent version of Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Literally. Now, Keith Lee was one of the people released, and he said that on Twitter, he paid for all his medical bills. He didn't say that WWE didn't chip in. He just said, I pay for my medical bills free and clear, so nobody owes me anything. The WWE has fired back at claims by Keith Lee that WWE didn't pay his medical bills when he was sick last year. Through PW Insider, that's at slamwrestling.net, where, I write and have an MBA.
Okay.
Not saying you have to drink right now.
I'm gonna.
All right. They released the following statement. Keith Lee's recent comments implying WWE failed to pay his medical bills are erroneous. WWE has an extensive healthcare program for the medical care of its in-ring performers, and Mr. Lee was part of this program while with the company. Should Mr. Lee have any concerns over the payment of medical bills, he is welcome to address them he's welcome to address them with WWE. He thinks WWE is protesting quite a bit too much here.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then the only other big things coming up here, because since I also write for slamwrestling.net, and
Okay.
I'm on I didn't mention my MBA. Now you can drink. The NWA had a big showing on Power last week with their By Any Means Necessary Super card, and they're gearing up now for their pay-per-view Hard Times 2. That's going to be on December 4th, which you can subscribe onto the Fight app. And would you believe that if you wanted to, if you felt the need to, you could subscribe to NWA Hard Times for just the low, low price of only $24.99.
Not a sponsor.
Come on, Fight, just chip in. Don't be like Triple H. So as of right now, the only announced matches are going to be Camille defending her title against Melina for the NWA World Women's Championship, the Burke, and Tyrus will face off against the masked wrestler known as Scion. Yeah, that's Cyon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an L away from Cylon, but whatever. I made that joke already.
Okay.
That's all that's been announced on the card as of yet. And of course, the only other thing, because I also cover Major League Wrestling, also at slamwrestling.net, where I have an MBA.
Right.
They are going to be pairing up with the Tijuana-based Lucha Libre outfit, The Crash, this December 3rd when they travel down south of the border to Mexico. So it's going to be MLW talent plus the Crash superstars getting together for a little mixed event, which will be playing on YouTube and BN. And I don't know about Vice just yet, but we'll talk about that at a later juncture. But all of this you can cover and watch either on various platforms, or you could just, go to slamwrestling.net and read my recaps here because I'm fucking brilliant. And
You do say so yourself?
I fucking will. And screw you, subreddit squared circle.
Oh, God.
Because it's sports.
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
Yeah, I'm still not bitter about that at all. Not in the slightest.
No, not at all.
Okay, and do you feel a little refreshed here?
Little bit, yeah.
All right.
So, do have some recommendations here. The latest edition of Content Shifter at slugmag.com. You can also find it in the Coachella Valley Independent or the Spokane Inlander, or just go to billfrost.tv.
That's a little easier.
That's the easiest way to find it. About a bunch of newish fall shows that premiered that you may have missed. They were recent premieres, including the new Dexter. This is also going to dovetail into a what to watch harder this week kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Dexter, the first episode, very promising, looking good.
Looks very awesome here.
And I can't wait to see the second episode today that came out today. Also, Chucky. You should be watching Chucky. It's very good.
Never thought I'd hear those words, but here we are.
See, my initial prediction was they premiered the same week on the Sci-Fi. I thought Chucky was going to suck and that the Day of the Dead series was going to be the one that worked.
Nope. Reversed.
Opposite. Reverse that, yeah. Day of the Dead series, no, not
Watch
great.
softer.
Not great, yeah. We've talked about this one before. These are all from the column, by the way. Ghosts on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Rose McIver, comedy, very good. This one, I'm still figuring it out, but I'm going to keep watching it. Guilty Party on Paramount Plus. Kate Beckinsale
Okay.
playing the journalist who's going to some through some very fluid journalistic ethics to help free a woman from jail who may have been wrongly committed of murder.
What was that again?
Guilty Party, yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's a dark comedy, and sometimes it can't figure out which way it wants to go.
But she looks stylish.
Yeah. And again, I will reiterate that newspaper journalists do not look like Kate Beckinsale.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen photos of me trying to interview people.
Yeah,
It's not pretty.
No. This one I'm quite into on Apple TV Plus, Invasion. It's kind of a War of the Worlds kind of thing. But it's literally the world because it's filmed all over the globe. It's not just, right here in Whiteytown.
Oh.
Isn't it funny how most alien invasion movies and shows just like, oh, we're going to target L.A. It's always the way. No, this one is all over the world.
Okay.
There are 4 different stories happening about various people around the world and how they're experiencing this alien invasion, which is rolling out very slowly.
Now, is this going to be... Well, first of all, it doesn't feel like Roland Emmerich's touching this anyway.
No.
Good. That
No.
means it's going to have some good content.
No, this is from guys behind The Martian and Hunters.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
I'm down for this.
And it costs like about $200 million.
Oh,
And
okay.
it looks every bit of it.
In other words, this is Netflix piss money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Well, it's also piss money for Apple.
Yeah, that's true.
This new Acapulco series on Apple TV Plus.
Again, you're selling me hard on this.
I'm really liking it.
Okay.
The Inside Job on Netflix, the cartoon about conspiracy theories and the deep state. And this one, if you just want to wallow in your own pathetic juices,
Okay.
if you want to just get depressed as fuck.
Just marinate in it a little bit.
Yep, American Rust on Showtime.
Okay.
Such a fucking downer.
I don't know if I'm ready for a downer just
You
yet.
probably are not.
No.
And another one I'm really into, so far, it's kind of a mess, but in a good way, The Freak Brothers on Tubi.
Okay.
This new animated series, voices include Woody Harrelson, John Goodman, Pete Davidson, and Tiffany Haddish. Mm-hmm. It's about the hippie Freak Brothers from the 60s. They smoked some really good shit in 1969 and just fell asleep until 2020.
Oh, God.
And yeah.
What a downer, man.
It's,
Is that one of the jokes there? It's like, man, this is such a downer.
It's just, it's a bit of a mess, but it's a kind of a good mess.
Yeah, and again, Tubi snagged that sucker.
Tubi.
Somebody try to figure that one out.
I don't know.
I'm not going to try to.
And of course, the new season of Succession.
Okay. The feel good show.
Yeah.
Pair that up with American Rust.
There's Billions, which is kind of like, even though they go through all sorts of problems on that show, it's kind of like, hey, being rich is great, which you might imagine.
Well,
Succession is kind of like the inverse of that.
Yeah,
where
that's the antithesis.
It's like, oh, everything's fucked because of all this money.
And who says...
Everything's coming up fuck.
Is that the title? Everything's coming up fuck?
Could be.
All right. Not too married to it, but I like it already.
I'm also kind of partial to the spaghetti incident. See if we can get any of that SEO action happening on there.
Oh, geez.
With the GNR fans.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that would play out there.
We'll see. I'll have to remember how to spell spaghetti.
I mostly want to just see if Axl Rose will just get his doughy face in our grill.
I hope so.
I would pay money for that.
I would like to see that.
If you would like to subscribe to having Axl Rose having a jaw with the TV10 podcast,
Get the ring!
why don't you subscribe to our Patreon? No, we don't have one.
We don't have one of those.
What about a Kickstarter?
Nope.
Okay.
We're not begging you for money.
Not yet.
We're not there yet.
Not even close. But I did do this the other day.
Okay.
I finally watched Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Finally.
Yes, and
How
first,
do you like it?
I've finished it up, and too real, man. Too real. But at the same time, I just love the fact that anytime I hear true crime, I'm just going to say, oh, God, not another one of these true crime nuts. You motherfuckers are making my job harder.
Yep.
And I understand now. This all makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, why can't we get fans like that? Unless, oh, wait, are we still at the point where I'm going to get murdered?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's not good unless you don't know what's coming.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's how I know it's going to happen. All right. Okay.
Or do you?
You're trying to fuck with my head at this point.
Well, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's where I'll have the genius juice. We're just performance artists, Your Honor.
True.
But yeah, that I watched, and just trying to finish up on Cowboy Bebop, which I know the animated version is available on Netflix, but I'm gonna have to turn it on just to watch the live action Bebop here.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're an anti-Netflixer.
Only because
You're an anti-flixer.
Because of what they did to Glow. That's what happened there. And like my buddy Joe Rogan says, there's other ways of getting your flicks on.
An anti-flixer.
Yeah,
Study the science.
Look, if I just follow the rules, there's other ways to immunize here.
I've been immunized. So did you get vaccinated? I've been immunized.
Yeah. I should have picked that up with my Catholic school genes there going, wait a minute. I know this lie. I've told it before. It never played out. Why didn't I pick up on it sooner? Oh, yeah. The genius juice. Just performance artists.
Yep.
Promise. So that's all I've watched at this point, and I think I need to check out Hitmonkey. That's my that's my next jam.
On Hulu.
That's the only way. That's the only reason why I'm not going to cut the cord just yet on the Hulu. So I was getting a little choked up because Hitmonkey, which means will we get to see Daredevil and Jessica Jones on Hulu?
Oh wow.
I mean, they're tossing the weird Marvel stuff out there. Hey, just saying, you can bring them back.
They're still on Netflix, right?
Don't know.
They've got to be there. Netflix doesn't get rid of its own shit.
Yeah, they have.
What? Like what?
Glow.
It's still on there. You
It
can
is?
still watch it. And there's nothing new, but they don't get rid of it.
All right. So we need to talk to somebody about buying them out. Got it. All right. We'll start that Kickstarter right away.
Okay, great. So is that all? Have we covered everything?
I think we have, and I would definitely say if you would like to ask us any questions, rant about anything, talk about anything else, that isn't a million little things.
But you can also do that.
Which is fine, but, Ted Hansen pretty much has that covered. That's his beat,
Yes.
as it were.
Yes.
I would say reach out to us via the Twitter at TV10 Podcast. Then there's the Facebook, also known as TV10 Podcast. And we got this thing that's still around that some people are telling us, hey, you want to interview this guy? He was the extra for Succession. It's TV10podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Reach out to us that way, and anything else you've got over there.
Nope, just go to slugmag.com or billfrost.tv to read the latest thing I do at for the Content Shifter column. Mm-hmm. It's there.
And I would say read my stuff at slamwrestling.net, because I got an MBA, and No, it's okay. We're done with the sports report. So.
Oh, yeah, I got a little bit left here.
Okay, that's fine. But I do want to thank our fine sponsor, Ogden's Own Distillery, not only the fine purveyors of the Porter's Craft Cocktail.
Oh, yeah, we got a whole box of this stuff.
Oh, I know.
All the cans.
Which reminds me, do you have a wedding coming up anytime soon?
I hope not.
Okay, so this is going to last a little bit longer here.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks to them for the craft cocktail. And, of course, they also make the 5 Wives, the 5 Husbands vodka, the Madame Patterini gin, the regular Porter's Fire, Porter's Peanut Butter Whiskey, the Porter's Huckleberry, the Underground. But then we also need to thank our other sponsors. That would be Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery, Bohemian Brewery, which, by the way, I see our one of our chambers is starting to fill up with beer all of a sudden here.
Yep.
Mostly it's growlers, but hey, that's a good sign right there.
Yeah.
And of course, our good friend Ivy, who's downtown in Salt Lake City at her wonderful little shop called Boostique. So grab some glasses and, pair it up with one of our fine sponsors. Drink the night away because, things are going to hell in a handbasket. So why not just forget all your troubles, if only for, however long that booze is going to last.
Yeah.
I think that's everything right
Cool.
there.
All right, we can be out of here
A little early?
a little bit early. Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
So good night, America.
And jiggle that handle because off you fuck.
Then there's you. You come into my home, lie to my face, kill Miggy.
No, I didn't. It was Fiona. Fiona killed him, not me. I didn't kill him.
No, all this is because of you. And I'm not gonna forget that. You should apologize. Yeah. Now apologize.
I'm very sorry.
Apology not accepted. Give her back the phone. Nobody gives a fuck about podcasts.
All right, ladies.